historical, like the Spanish flu was the second wave.
Welcome, Wapham crew. Secure your tinfoil hats, buckle down tight, and hold on loosely as we soar over the rocky tops of the La Platas on a Rocky Mountain high, get sucked into the vortex of the Four Corners, and settle down snugly at mile marker 420 in colorful Colorado. It is Sunday, November 22nd, Monday, November 23rd, for those of you across the pond and beyond. Welcome to We Are Paradox Media's Late Night in the Rockies. I'm so glad you guys could join us this evening. I'm your host, TessaTNT. I hope you guys have had an awesome weekend so far. Hope you're staying safe, making those Thanksgiving plans. But thank you so much for joining us tonight on We Are Paradox Media's Spreaker. You can also find us on Twitter, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, iTunes, iHeartRadio, CastBox, Tumblr, YouTube, SoundCloud, TuneIn Radio, Deezer, as well as Podcast Addict. So tonight I have a treat for all my guys and gals out there. Tonight we will be talking to and getting to know Mr. Bill Hauser. We're also going to be using his ghost box and asking different various questions. But Bill Hauser, aka Can Dewey, is an independent paranormal researcher and investigator. He was born in Vancouver, BC, Canada, and lives in the West Coast, particularly in the city of Surrey, BC. A well-rounded investigator and researcher using different types of equipment on paranormal investigations in different locations. Paranormal activities are things that he is passionate to do, and he has dedicated and committed himself to ghost hunting for over 20 years now. Yes, he has his own personal paranormal experiences, but fearfulness didn't stop him yet. It was his key to widen his horizons, discover new things, quest to find answers, and help others deal with paranormal concerns. He uses digital, night vision, and full spectrum video cameras. These are products of modern technology that makes the paranormal investigation and research easier for him. At present, he is focusing on his research of paranormal phenomenon, asking questions to spirits using the following devices and EVPs, which are electronic voice phenomena. With digital recorder and special featured programs, Spirit Box, Ghost Box, and known as Frank Box, are samples of controversial electronic devices. This electronic device called ICE, which is Instrumental Transcommunication, is a device that uses two-way real-time spirit communication, which gives great results upon asking questions. For the record, all of Bill's YouTube videos that he has done and posted are filmed in RAW. There's no alterations. And he has done networking with other paranormal organizations on current paranormal issues and been invited to numerous radio programs to share information about different techniques on how you should do proper ethics of research in this type of field. Welcome, Bill, and thanks so much for hanging out with us again tonight.
Well, thank you, Tessa, for having me on your show, and I just want to say hello to all your great audience.
So we were talking before the show about some random things, but one of the things was a question that a friend of mine had. I'm telling him about the ghost box, how spirits can use it to come through, and he's like, yeah, but how does it work? Could you kind of explain how a ghost box actually works?
Well, it basically continuously scans. It's a sweep radio, as they call it. And the whole aspect of that is basically while it's scanning, spirits are able to take all that tidbits of raw audio, whatever is on the radio, and basically remodulate informed speech. And that's sort of the basis of a ghost box. Yes, there are some other theories, but I tend to like to stick with that one. I find it's easy enough to get the concept of how it works. So it's all that raw audio being chopped up and scanned pretty fast. And in return, it's giving us messages. And so what I look for is intelligent responses. I always emphasize that. That's the most important. And always record your ghost box sessions out there or videotape them or whatever. It's always important to go back after.
Yeah, and for some people that's the hard part, is going back, looking at the information. A lot of people will do it in real time. They'll record these things, then play it back shortly after. It's pretty interesting though. I mean, especially with your ghost box, there's so many crazy things that have gone on these different shows, and it seems like no matter how far apart we are, these spirits are still able to come through.
Yeah, I mean, really, distance doesn't really mean a lot to the spirit world. And, I mean, you're way down in Colorado there, and I'm up in Canada here in the Metro Vancouver area. So, yeah, I mean, you could even be over in the UK or somewhere else. So it could still work quite well.
Yeah, and it's hard to explain that to people. It's hard for people to wrap their minds around that. But yeah, I've seen it. I've seen it work.
Yeah, well, being on a radio show, it's like remote ghost boxing, I like to call it sometimes. Like the concept remote viewing. Well, this is kind of like remote ghost boxing, so much the same concept, shall we say, with people calling in and so on that want me to try to get a hold of their loved ones and friends. So, yeah, it's not an easy thing to understand at first, or it sort of defies all logic. But once you start hearing it, then you start to hear patterns and so on and actual responses. So that's the key, is listening very carefully.
Yeah, wearing headphones I think helps a lot. I know when I first started listening to you on certain shows and typing in the words that I'm hearing, I had most success with the headphones on because it cancels out a lot of outside noise, and then you're able to kind of focus on it. Another thing I like to do is to close my eyes. Do you think that helps at all to mute this sense in order for the ears to work better?
Yeah, I've heard other people mention the same thing. They like to close their eyes and just sort of deeply take in the audio and then, look for those responses. So, yeah, I mean, it's the key is to look at the questions being posed and look at the answers being given. So, yeah, that's the main principle of this whole process of communication with a ghost box.
And what is the exact model that we're using this evening?
It's the same one before. It's going to be the Codeless Box 89 hooked up to the amplifying speaker with the reverb and echo effect that helps to clean up the audio from its raw state and be able to hear better.
And how do you spell that for people that are looking it up, or for me who's making a post on Facebook?
What, the codeless Box 89? Well,
Yeah.
just the code. Well, let's just begin with the codeless box. The radio itself is built by Mark Codeless in the UK, and he's built me a few other boxes as well. So that's all. A lot of the radios I use are all custom built. So that is a little different from using the manufactured ones like the PSB7 and so on. But anyway, the spell it is COULTOUS. So the codeless box, and this is number 89. He has them over 100. I don't know exactly how far he's made quite a number of boxes. I know that for sure.
Yeah, and the way you said it, it sounded like codeless, but for me, when I was typing it, I was like, I think it's cultist, but
Codeless.
codeless, yeah.
Yeah, well, a lot of people say codeless and that, especially over here in North America. But actually, he was telling me it's actually pronounced codeless back home. That's how people would pronounce his name, his last name, I should say. So,
Nice.
yeah. So slight difference in pronunciation, but yeah, he's a very interesting fellow. Very, how do you call? He's very technically oriented with electronics and stuff like that. And, basically his designs, he's taken a lot from Frank Sumption, and then he just sort of added a few different modifications and so on, and then builds them from the board up. So basically, yeah, you're getting a really interesting radio when you buy one off of him.
So, kind of going off topic from the ghost box, what have you been up to lately? Have you been able to investigate more places? Are you still doing these tours? I know you said you were moving to a different location, but I was just kind of curious what you're up to.
Well, basically the Pink Hotel that's being shut down now due to the the whole COVID-19 aspect ramping up now. We're in the second wave here. Yeah, so that is a public event, mind you. So that was on the weekends. For me, investigating not as much right now because, basically people, if it's at someone's personal home, yeah, it's a little more trickier to go there unless they really, really want you and that. So I've been kind of reserving not going out as much. And I do personal sessions for people through Skype and stuff like that. So that still hasn't changed a lot. So I still do that aspect. And then I'll probably end up doing some of my YouTube videos in the near future. I'll go out in my car and it'll be me and the radio in the car. So, yeah, so I'll be able to follow proper protocols for COVID-19.
Yeah, and that's a little of what we were talking about beforehand. How lightly a lot of people are taking the whole COVID thing, and here it is in Italy again, where I first watched it. It was on Vice, and it was going through what's going on with COVID, how packed the hospitals are. Like, you don't even have people in rooms; they're in hallways and everything, and it's a total like pandemic, freaking scary movie basically, but it's real life. This poor guy, 80 years old, having his birthday, and he can't see his grandkids or his daughter because of COVID. And I know so many people out there that are subjecting themselves to so many different people not keeping the 6 feet distance. Like I was saying in the dollar store, everybody in line had no mask on, even though there's signs everywhere saying you must wear a mask. I got an alert, which is kind of like an Amber Alert, but it's about COVID, and it said we're now in a red flag state basically. Purple is the worst, red is second, and people are just out there willy nilly still today not wearing their masks, and I don't know. It's just to me mind blowing, like how lightly people are taking it. They think it's a whole against Trump thing and trying to do that. Well, Italy cares nothing about Trump. This is actually happening.
Well, you got to think of it as globally, not individually per country. And yeah, this virus is very real. And yeah, it's kind of like, I look at those, those disaster flick movies about pandemics. I kind of feel it's kind of like that, being in a movie almost like that, but it's in real life. So, yeah, we're seeing this unfold and the way it's going about and moving across in different jurisdictions.
Yeah, and it's crazy, like you're saying, different jurisdictions. In our state, it's La Plata County, Alamosa, Pueblo, Mesa, and then the Denver area. There's little splotches all over the state. Why is this? Um, I think it's, the way people react to certain things, the way they conduct themselves in public. I think here, like I said, everybody's so free going and free flowing. They're not wearing their masks. They could really not care what's going on because they don't really believe in it.
Yeah, it's a matter of, basically, if you don't take it seriously, yeah, that's how you're going to get yourself in problems. So, yeah, even countries in Europe, there, the beginning there, back in April and March there, they didn't take it too seriously. And then look at the problems they have now. So they didn't get ahead of that curve, as they say. And, yeah, everything just goes wild on them. And, the numbers just go skyrocket. So, yeah, I mean, no matter how you look at it, it's a very real virus. You can say what you want about a conspiracy theory. It's cooked up in a lab, whatever, but it's here and we got to deal with it. So, yeah, that's how I look at it.
Yeah, and it can be frustrating even with members of the household. I stay home for the most part. I'm a house mouse. I'm doing homeschool because my oldest daughter has immune deficiencies. So I don't want my younger kids to go to the petri dish and bring back whatever. Come to find out, recently they closed schools before we even hit red flag status because the faculty had it and they're spreading it. It was right when I was thinking about putting the kids back in school. And they're like, oh, we're shutting school down. Now they're talking about opening back up on November, I believe it's 30th. I think, they're thinking they're going to do that, but I don't think now that we're in a red state of mind or a red flag state or whatnot, that we're able to do that. I'm not sure. It's just really mind-boggling and kind of crazy.
Yeah, it puts a lot of stress on families and, schooling issues and, depending on where you are and if the school systems are shut down and, they have to do it online, the kids, whatever the case may be, or in your case, homeschooling, is probably the best way to do it. So, yeah, I mean, it puts a lot of stress on families, no question about it.
Yeah, and it's very sad. There's been a lot of cases of domestic violence, child abuse, so on and so forth. Like you said, it's really putting everybody in a state of stress, and it's important not to because stressing in itself is very toxic. Um, I don't stay inside all day. I'll go out on my picnic bench and spend some time getting some vitamin D or whatnot. But um, yeah, I don't know. Like I said last night, the world's going to hell in a handbasket. Things are crazy, and I don't think
Yeah.
any of us ever thought, as advanced as we are, so on and so forth, that we'd ever be in such a state.
Yeah, and you hear about, these potential vaccines that are out there, like Pfizer and a few other companies and that. So, but again, I mean, it's still going to be a little ways before that even becomes available to the general public and the way they'll distribute it and so on. So, again, I think it's more marketing on these behalf right now, while they're still going under all its tests and that, just to let the public know they have something that's 90% or 95% or whatever. But I mean, to be honest with you, vaccines take a while to develop, and
Mm-hmm.
the the question always lies is how safe is it going to be?
Yeah, exactly. And people have asked me, so when this comes out, are you gonna jump on the bandwagon and take it? What are you gonna do? And I'm a very cautious person. I try to use my common sense, and I know these vaccinations, when not tested for 10 years is basically a good amount of time, but we don't have that sort of time. So they are pushing a lot of things through. I'm the sort of person where I'm kind of leery of drugs or vaccines or whatnot. So I'll watch everybody else take it and see what happens. And then if everything, for the most part turns out good, then I'll consider taking it. Otherwise, I'm not going to be, the first in line to get one.
Yeah, yeah, I'm much similar thought on that. Take a cautious approach here. That's the best way to do it. Yeah, I mean, Russia came out with a vaccine a while back, and then they ended up having lots of side effects associated
Hmm.
with it. So you have all this stuff. I mean, we just got to go back in history and look at here in Canada, the polio virus back in the 50s and how that was causing a lot of problems. And they made a vaccine, and all of a sudden they had a lot of bad stuff happen with it. So yeah, you have that aspects of the vaccine sometimes worse than the illness itself. So
Yeah, and there's so many news outlets out there, and some are one direction or another. But I like to look at all of them. Even throughout the world, I like to see what they're saying because a lot of times there's oh, I'm not sure what the word is. They're making sure only certain things are said, but other countries outside of your network can say other things. Just like with Scotland, we got Jim being banned for sharing information. That's all he's done. He doesn't share anything bad or anything like that, and he's been blocked and banned from Facebook for, until the end of time. We're being kept from the truth. There's a lot of things we're not hearing. There's a lot of things we don't know. But I think it's important to check out the BBC, different news outlets all over the place, and see what the whole consensus is, and then make your mind up after that.
yeah, that's a great thing about the internet. You can source news from other news outlets around the world, no matter where. And pretty well, a lot of the countries now they have the news bureaus there. Outlets they have it in English for us, so yeah, it's great. I mean, I've read some really good articles from India and from Asia and the UK, and that's the important thing is diversifying your news sources. So very important in this time.
It really is, and we've talked about the paranormal world as well as UFOs or UAPs or AUPs or whatever you want to call them. Different things that have actually boosted. I think a lot of the paranormal boost could be due to fear because people do have a lot of fear and panic and such going on, whether it's how am I going to pay my bills, how am I going to feed my family, because a lot of parents are having to stop work because their kids are once again at home trying to get an education. Um, there's a lot of fear, a lot of anger, a lot of panic, a lot of negative stuff out there. So I think there has been an increase in negative entities, but at the same time, to me, it doesn't really explain why UFOs and unidentified aerial phenomenon or such are happening.
Yeah, well, maybe it has ramped up a little bit. I haven't really looked at, a lot of the case by case stuff that's being reported. So, but, I mean, no matter how you look at it, people are having a tough time making ends meet in this time of crisis and so on. So, I think it gets back to the home base. You have to really look after your interests for your family, number one, and yourself and your health, and keep your immune system strong. So, yeah, that's probably one of the big factors.
So I have a question here from, I believe it's Janie. Um, she's wondering, is there a spirit guide for Bill that can help him connect to specific spirits on the other side?
Yeah, I have a few spirit guides. Again, I don't really call upon them on the same level as maybe some other people do, but they do assist and sometimes with what I do and so on. And I even when I go on investigations, I believe they help to protect me. So yeah, it works out that way a lot of times. Spirit guides are very useful in helping.
Well, and people are intrigued by that, like spirit guides. What are they? For the longest time, I've heard people talk about spirit guides and they're aware of them and how they've helped them through so many different things. So who do you recognize your spirit guides? Do you think it's like a past family member? Do you think it's somebody else just interested in what you're doing and try to protect you through what you're doing?
I think it's both. Some family members, as well as, maybe uh, friends from the past or whatever that I've associated with that have passed on that keep their eye out. Uh, yeah, it's a tough area to look at individually. What spirit guides, because they don't always identify themselves, so that's the key. So you have to kind of work on trying to get them to identify themselves, but they do to some degree. But it's like people that do ghost box sessions. They call on the technician or the gatekeeper. These different names for communication. So you have that aspect as well.
Well, Jamie is now saying she wants you, Mr. Bill Hauser, can do we, to contact the spirit box and see what it has to say about her question.
About spirit guides?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, let's turn it on.
Yeah. Oh, she wants to know, can they help you connect with certain spirits on the other side? And if so, what are their names so Bill can call on them for help in the future?
Okay. Hello? How are you? I'm on a radio show tonight, so I encourage you to speak to me. Don't have to worry, I come in peace. But I have a question. Who are the spirit guides around me that watch out for me? They look out for my best interests. What are their names? What are the spirit guides' names? What is the name of my spirit guides? Can you tell me? Is it a family member that's passed on? Maybe a friend that's passed on that watches out for me? How about the technician? It's the technician there. A lot of people call on the technician when they communicate with the radio. What about the light beings? I hear talk about the light beings. Do they watch out for me? Do they assist in helping me? So what are the names of the spirit guides around? Are you able to tell me? Spirit guides, do you have a message for me? Okay, we thank you. Goodbye. Okay.
So Janie was saying she heard "What's up?" and she said, "Ask them to speak only one at a time." She heard 11. Oh, hold on. Spirits. It just jumped a few times. But yeah, it's funny. At one point when we had a spirit box going on, we did have a person on the other side saying, "Line up, wait your turn." So we had somebody at that point like keeping order, but generally it is kind of a free-for-all, and different people are trying to say different things. I heard a lot of stuff and a couple names, and some are, rare and some are not.
Yeah, well, I think that's where the technician comes into play with some people calling on the technician, so order is formed, and yeah, so it's not like a free-for-all party line kind of thing where everybody's talking and so on.
Yeah, that takes me back to living at my granny's house. They had a party line there. It was insane. Bessie was talking all the time.
Yeah.
Um, but I heard you see, we walk, busy, the energy at pools, Beth, Facebook, that's a cubby, Northgan was an odd name I heard. He sees you. Shh. We know you. We are. The borders may come. Breathe. His name, I'm trying to remember how to say this name. Iliawat. It is him. Charge them. Exercise. Small factor. They are blocking him. Well, yes, we are there. So, yet a light that tosses about. In comes what and says. And then I heard UFO bot. They're carrying him. Why? And what's their gender? Sandra said she heard you two, energy, Dennis, your step, borders, breathe, haha, what up, voodoo, mental, human, yet alive, grab it, dig in, and try. Janie said she heard the name John, and Lynn said he heard Unity, Dennis, Mexico, okay, breathe, some, what's up, Ed, 1000, Ed, what's that now? And that's all we've gotten so far. Did you hear anything similar, or what did you
Much the
hear?
same. Yeah, much the same. Some of those names I've never heard of before, so they almost sound kind of like back Bible Day type names almost.
Yeah, especially that one. I was like, how? Iliawat? We got
Yeah,
Northgan
Haley
and Beth,
North.
and then a couple people heard Dennis, and then
Yeah.
somebody heard John. So yeah, you got quite
Mhm.
a few. Do any of those like ring a bell as far as like what could be relatives or people you've known?
Possibly John. I knew a couple of different Johns that I was good friends with, so that's a possibility there that maybe they've passed on now, of course, and maybe they're looking out for me. So that's a possibility.
That would be awesome.
Yeah, not too sure about the Dennis there. Not that I know of. I was not close to anybody with the name Dennis as a friend, so.
Yeah, and Janie in the chat room was like, I'm glad I wasn't the only one who heard what's up.
Yeah, I do get that off and on. It's almost like, they're recognizing you and so on.
It is really intriguing, and it would be so nice if we had somebody on the other side every time that we did this to keep it organized, but you gotta kind of, I don't know, sift through things and um, grab as much as you can. It's hard. There's so many times I lose things that I mean to type, but then other things come through, so I type those, and it can be difficult to keep up. So you do record this every time you do it, or How do you
Well, I
retain these?
record when I do my sessions out in the field. Like if I'm at an investigation, yeah, I definitely record them. I record them if I'm doing research work, at home, or if I'm out somewhere at a location or somewhere like that. Definitely record, and then now since the weather's getting, it's a lot more rain, of course. Being in the car works quite well, and yeah, I'll definitely record in there and so on. And actually, I've done YouTube videos in the car, having the radio hooked up to the auxiliary jack of the car stereo, and yeah, so you're getting a really interesting, nice bass sound of the stereo and that, so it brings in the lower voices, the frequencies.
Well, and it's interesting how different people do come through. So, for example, Janie is the one that had asked the question, you don't or aren't aware of a dentist. And she said she's got a dentist, so that's pretty intriguing. Perhaps it was somebody connected to her that was trying to come through. But yeah, I even said in the chat room, maybe you should try calling in or even leaving a question in the chat to Dennis. Or, it's weird how sometimes other people come through for other people. They don't think of a question, and then that person comes
Mhm.
through, and perhaps you might have one.
Well, that reminds me,
Go
yeah,
ahead.
that reminds me a lot of times is people or on the other side actually will speak on the behalf of somebody else you're trying to get a hold of. I've had that happen quite often. They're not able to speak or choose not to, so they allow someone else to convey information. So that's happened.
It's very interesting. We do have on the line Mr. Christopher Wayne Fisher, aka Mighty Man. What's up?
Well, not much. I've been thinking over the past month or so since the last time I talked to you, Bill.
Well, it's nice to hear from you again, Christopher. How are you doing?
I'm all right. I've
That's good.
lately, since around the big second week of November, around the 3rd or something, I've been having dreams of being uh rescued, and shown this building
Oh, yeah.
that I'm going to.
Mm-hmm.
I know where this base building is. It's ancestral. It's over in the old country.
Mm-hmm.
I I think I'm ready to talk about it with the spirits.
Okay, and the name of this building again is the stage building, you said?
It's a beige colored building. It's a Palais de Monaco. It's a
Palais de
palace.
Monaco. Oh, I see. Okay. So, okay,
Yeah,
well,
Grace Kelly's palace.
okay. Let's turn on the ghost box here. Hello? I got Christopher listening in. He's got a question. Where is he supposed to be in his dream state? Is he supposed to be taken out to a building, to a palace in Europe? Is it a staging area in the astral world? Can you tell me? What would you like to tell Christopher? He can hear. What would you like to tell Christopher Fisher? You have a message for him?
Hearing some stuff in French.
Yeah, it's a problem. If you want, you can speak out French. What would you like to tell Christopher? You have something important you want to tell Christopher Fisher. How about ancestors? Do you have a message for Christopher? Christopher, do you have any recommendations for him? What would you like to tell him? You guys talking amongst yourselves? You want to talk to myself? I want to know, do you have something you want to tell Christopher Fisher right now? Do you have a special message? Message of importance? What would you like to tell Christopher? Okay, well, thank you for communicating. Goodbye. Okay,
Wow, that's
very
French,
interesting.
Italian, and English.
Yeah, so you had 3 different languages there. That's very interesting. It's good that you can recognize them.
That's what's spoken over there.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry you guys. I was muted. But I was talking about Janie and what she had said about Dennis showing up. She smelled cigarette smoke. He was a Vietnam vet, chain smoker. She said nobody has ever smoked in her house. And he succumbed to Agent Orange, which, as did my grandmother. Chris was saying that he'd heard French artists, well, full French sentences. I did hear some of that. He heard TessaTNT. I heard, as you're starting, it said, okay, I'm sure, that didn't come out right when I typed it. Wherefore hither is what they said. That's mean. You can call me back in a second. Can you please hold? Give me a sec. Maybe I will look through. It doesn't mean he must be intolerant. What price? IW. What? It's that. The reproduction of the universe. He will see what's what. Obvious audio. I think he's cheeky. Chris. And it yelled Chris really loud. We are here in a mix, perplexing over this article, which I think is the subject before them. Stop right there. Levitate, it's hard. I don't have any reason. It was when, yes, what? MW, like initials? Sweet, you could be, even, total. Chris will be. Then I heard murdered, and I'm like, what? He's like a child again. It's rough. I'm just taking note of it. Hard ass skip. The bridge. It's what? We shall bond. My people. Bo Derek, Drake, plus. Well, help us out. I'm like, shit. I'm booking appointments. I'm down with it. See you on Thursday. Narnia. I'm done. Morph. Destiny. Morph. You can't. Yeah, me. And sensitivity.
It's similar readings from the other people too.
Yeah, Sandra heard Busy Bee, Call Me Back, Strategy, You Seek, Honest With You, Taking the Mic, John Levitt, oh there it is again, Kentucky, What's Taking So Long, Pimple, Dairy, Book an Appointment, See You on Thursday, Downtown, Talk, Try, Attention, and Seek. Lynn said, is this me? Are they here? Good. Yes. Dennis. On Fridays. On this video. Video Yaba. Parts. Kentucky. Steven. God damn it. I'm expecting no one. Artist. Fun. Arkansas. Dairy. Not without appointments. Dania. Bored. I thought. Then Andy Mate came in. Hey, Andy Mate. Let's see if anybody has anything else. But yeah, Lynn said, maybe Chris has a date with Bo Derek. I don't know. It was so intriguing what came through. It was cool.
That is really.
It has consistency there. A lot of the different listeners.
Links to celebrities.
Well, you might just do there, Christopher. You never know. So
that is really
anything's possible. Yeah, anything's
Mr.
possible.
Bo Derek.
Really.
I'm trying to remember who that was. Was he a baseball player or I can't remember.
I don't know anything about him. I have to look him up.
Yeah, I'm not too sure there.
That is really freaky. It's like they want me to talk to them.
Yeah, it's well, I mean, you've come to me for quite a few times with questions, so they definitely know when you're seeking, through the ghost box. So I'm asking questions on your behalf. So, yeah, it happens.
She, actress. Oof, Bo Derek is a woman, right?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, she...
I thought it was a baseball player. Let me look.
Well, Derek, if I'm correct, that was an actress.
Oh, yeah. Bo Derek is an American film and television actress, film producer, and model.
Yeah, that's what I thought. So, yeah. She was popular in the 80s, I believe. Very popular during the 80s.
Oh, shnikes, I know this chick.
Oh, my God. I'm looking at her history. Oh, she's like,
well, she's still alive. Yeah, she's still alive.
Oh, my goodness.
But you hear different stories about different people that have had different experience, different energies are left in different places. And then the main energy moves on to other places. And especially with hospitals, different energies will be left behind or different places. Although the main energy carries on, there's still recordings and other things going on. It's interesting she came through.
Oh, and she was in Monte Carlo.
Oh, my.
Oh.
Yeah.
And Drake, we all know
Wow.
Drake is still alive. He's still making music.
Who's Drake?
He's an artist. He makes
Isn't that
music.
a rapper? Yeah.
Yeah, I
Drake?
think.
Yeah, I think so. If that's who I'm thinking.
Why am I starting to have a circle full of well-known individuals?
Yeah,
This
Aubrey
almost made me
Drake
fall out of my chair.
says Aubrey Drake Graham is a Canadian rapper, singer, songwriter, actor, and entrepreneur. I like his music. Music is important.
Yeah. I've actually heard a few of his songs in the past.
Wow. I'm going through all this list. She's been
I think his music's more like R&B, if I'm correct.
That's what I was thinking when you said rapper. I was like, it's kind of
I
like more
thought
like
this-
R&B, but when you look it
Yeah.
up, it says rapper, Canadian rapper. So I guess rap
Yeah.
has become R&B, I suppose. I don't know.
Well, maybe they kind of mix the genres together. Some artists do.
Yeah, it
The
says
styles.
that. Oh,
Yeah, I
wow.
like the style.
Actually,
It's very laid back. It touches your soul. I don't know. I love Drake.
Yeah, he's
wow,
got a good
Derek
voice.
is known in Monaco. Wow.
Oh, hey, that's something. She probably spent holidays there.
Janie said, I heard a lot of the same things, had to deal with some of my 7 cats, so I didn't catch it all. I thought several people hearing Dennis and Brooke or book an appointment was interesting. And it was funny because she's like, please hold. I'll look through it. Can we book an appointment? We'll see you Thursday. And I'm like, wow.
It is like they want.
Yeah, that's
is
almost
like-
like a residual there of
Yeah.
something of the past. Because you can't really, to me, that doesn't really sound like some broadcast radio remnants so much.
No.
Yeah, no, that
Hey.
sounds kind of like something from the past, a residual energy.
Lynn
It is
said,
like they want me to continue this discussion.
yeah, Lynn was saying, well, I guess I'm getting old because I was the only one of few people who knew who Bo Derek was. I don't know why, but automatically went to baseball player. Maybe I'm thinking Bo Diddley or something like that. I don't know. And that's an
And
artist.
one of my browser windows just crashed.
My computer tonight, and I was going to tell you this, but I didn't want to stress you out until I got it figured out, Bill, but yeah, forever, for over an hour, my computer screen, when I turned it on, was just black. And then powered it on and off several times, still just black. Couldn't do anything, tried Ctrl Alt Delete and all these different things that you learn in computer class and such. Nothing was working. A couple times it's really large, like so large that the font and everything was digitized. Microsoft sign-in screen, and it doesn't show you where to sign in, and then that'd flash off, and so I'm like, well, maybe I'll just try pressing the space bar to activate, putting in my PIN, and put in my PIN, and it worked, thank God. I was about to have to cancel. I was like, oh my goodness, what the hell is going on? Paratechnical issues.
Yeah, well, yeah, that happens occasionally. So, yeah, computer problems have always been an issue in the past. So, when you do these kind of shows,
It is pretty interesting how that stuff does tend to happen. We were talking about having Chris on, not Christopher, but Chris Garcia as like a side host or whatnot, co-host for the show because
yeah,
he really enjoyed his energy last time. So I reached out to him, but every time I have him on the show, I swear to God, Bill, things go crazy. The energy between us is so high. I always have paratechnical issues. At times, music is playing, and there's no music playing. We can't hear it, but the listeners can hear it, and it's so odd.
Yeah. Yeah, well, that's the thing, too. On the other flip side, yeah, things of the paranormal world, yeah, they can affect electronics. No question about that. That's where the ITC part comes in, instrument transcommunications. So sometimes they'll do things like that.
Well, on that note, you guys, we do have to go. to our first musical break. We got Michaelan Hay with Collapse, Nothing But Blood, Close, Devil You Know, as well as Fred Johnson III with Sugar. You guys don't go anywhere. We'll be right back after this musical break.
There's too much sky, too blue, too white. The birds on the wire are singing, but I don't know why. Why aren't the roses hanging their heads? They're standing straight up, blooming instead. Now that we're apart, there's nothing but blood in my heart. Why does that guy have a smile on his face Why is the sun even shining today? Why are the headlines talking about love? Don't they all know what happened to us? Now that we're apart, there's nothing but blood in my heart. The moon goes up, the sun goes down, the stars light up, the world goes round. Every day, life moves on, it don't stop for anyone. The moon goes up, the sun goes down, the stars light up, the world goes round. Every day, life moves on, it don't stop for anyone. Now that we're apart, there's nothing. Now that we're apart, there's nothing but blood in my heart. Blood in my heart. Blood in my heart. Saw you for the first time in a while, in a while. You seemed so surprised. I worked out a smile, out a smile, out a smile. 'Cause I've grown and I've changed. Yeah, we went separate ways. How come we're both back here? 'Cause you pushed me away, had my life rearranged, but still we're both back here. Close to me, I want you close to me. I can see that you wanted me. and see the demons behind. Praying you're getting close to the line, so they can get their hands on love and trade it off for silver. The curtain's nice, but what it hides is worse than sticks and stones. Before you climb the fence tonight, look through the microscope.
love go wrong, my sugar?
Welcome back, and thanks so much for joining us tonight on We Are Paradox Media's Late Night in the Rockies. I'm so glad you guys can join us on Spreaker.com. We're also on so many different outlets, but tonight we have Mr. Bill Hauser and his Cultist Box, aka Ghost Box. So if any of you out there have a question for the Ghost Box, you want to call in, and you're not in our chat room, where I've posted the number several times, the number is 1-970-335-9596. That's 1-970-335-9596. So Chris, like I saw you in the chat room, you're like, whoa! I don't know, were you pretty blown away by what came through?
And I also wrote woo, like cheering. You know how you cheer
Woo!
winning. That's like winning a World Series if you're connected like that. That's a resident lifetime experience. Wow, that is peak woo, isn't it?
Yeah, for sure. It's funny. That reminds me of Dave Scott. And yes, we buried the hatchet. I buried the hatchet in his head. Just kidding. We're on good terms. We've always been on good terms. We had a falling out where he's like, "You're fired." I said, "Fuck you, I quit." And we were done. Didn't talk until last week or the week before. You know, same thing, but we're still friends. And he was actually putting his Woo shirt on sale. I think it's making way for new shirts, but he's got the Woo shirt for Spaced Out Radio. So if you guys want a Woo shirt, you can go over there and get one, because I ain't making them. That's not my thing. So if you guys would like to talk amongst yourselves, I'm going to try to add Chris Garcia in real quick, because he said he's game, so I'm excited. You guys carry on with what was going on with you, Chris, and what you guys talked about on break.
Yes, what we've been talking about, we've been getting more stronger ghost box sessions, and now my deep dreams connect with this.
So you believe a strong connection there then, Chris?
Yeah, now it's crossing over to the living world. That's even weirder, isn't it?
Oh yeah, I mean it's that's the thing. Ghostbox always has lots of surprises, so when you least expect it, that's when the surprises come.
That means if I ever talk to someone in astral, I will probably now get a pretty clear answer.
Yeah, definitely your dreams. Yeah.
Okay, hi guys.
Hi, Chris.
Hello, Chris.
What's up?
So it's awesome. Chris is like, "What's going on? How does this guy know me?" And Chris had actually asked questions through Messenger, and then I asked Bill, and then we carried on from there. But Bill had such an impression of you and your psychic impression on this ghost box thing. He's like, "Man, we got to have him on as a co-host." So I'm so excited that you're here. I would be anyways, but like this is just different for us, right?
Are we online?
Yes.
Yeah, it would be great to have you on as a special co-host every once in a while with Tessa and myself and doing Ghostbox sessions out there. I think that would be an interesting aspect to a radio show.
So Chris, how are you doing?
I want to try asking Chris this question about Bo Derek and Grace. See what happens.
It was Bo Derek and Drake.
Yeah, that would be
not
interesting.
Grace, but Drake.
Yeah, that
was interesting. I was like, really? I just found it interesting because these people are still alive, but they're coming through.
Say it right the way you just said it now. Just keep it very straightforward and so on.
Okay. Hey, Chris, I had a new development tonight. a ghost box, and this coincides with both dreams I've been having. I've been asking you about. All right, I had a connection to a living person tonight, Bo Derek, when we discussed my ancestors
And Drake.
race. What does this all fit into about this beige building? Where's that? Oh.
So, Tessa, are you still there?
I'm here. I'm not hearing Chris, though. Did we lose him?
I think we got knocked off.
Let me check again.
Yeah.
Oh, this means that this means I have a message coming.
Okay, we'll let him back in. He's like, is this live? I'm out. We'll see what happens. That was weird. The powers that be do not want it to be told.
Oh, looks like we're dead.
Don't say that. I thought I was dead.
Yeah, we'll just stand by until I think there might be a technical issue.
Wow. Don't these weird things happen when Chris comes? It's like they talk. Spirit.
Yeah. It's weird.
Yeah.
I don't get it. It makes me feel bad.
Oh, find out why he's...
Hauser, I know that there were some questions in the chat, so
he's dead.
Let me go back real quick. So Janie was saying, since Dennis keeps showing up, ask him some questions.
Robert
like
means he isn't meant to tell.
Okay, so Janie was saying, Bill, since Dennis keeps showing up, ask him some questions like, were you in the military? What year do you remember? Did you know Janie? Dennis, where do you live? So I guess Janie is wanting to
typing.
Get a hold of Dennis.
Yeah, it's me. I'm just seeing.
So we could try that on the ghost box while we're trying to figure out what's going on with Chris, because holy shnikes, paratechnical issues. Tell you what, I have to put that as my saying for the dictionary. When the shit hits the fan and shit won't work because paratechnical issues. So weird. Yeah, and Sandra's like, you thought there would be tech issues if Chris came in. And I had said that, like, anytime I have him on, we have crazy tech issues. So hopefully it doesn't spread over here, but paratestical issues. Yes, testes. 1, 2, 3. Wow.
What?
It's just so weird for me.
It's like he's staring at a doornail.
Well, yeah, he's like, is this live? Yes. Bye. Bye, meow. And I know he wouldn't do that, but I'm just like, what the crack is going on?
Yeah, well, I tried to reconnect it myself. It says that the connection has an error, some weird message.
Yeah, something went totally haywire there.
Yeah, and I saw my message on Facebook, like, trying to call you now. Are you not wanting to come in? Hello, are you okay? He saw the last two, and then I just said, hello, are you okay? Because I've received different messages from friends of mine that are psychic that are really worried about Mr. Chris Garcia right now. I know he's an old soul. I know he was, like, supposedly Marie Laveau back in the day and reincarnated, so on and so forth, but his energy is freaking amazing. The readings he's done has blown my mind every freaking time. But it's amazing like I said before, the energy that kicks up when we do a show. We have sound going in and out. We have music playing that's not playing. We have so many different things going on. It's really intriguing. Makes you think.
Yeah, it seems, well, he's definitely a strong conduit for a lot of strange spiritual energy.
You know what your Skype just did? It made a copy of Chris.
What?
I'm
not even in there.
I got him back in.
Okay, well, that's weird because I'm gonna tell you what happened. When you were asking me a question, I heard you talking, and then you said, "I'll see what happened," and then I couldn't hear you anymore. I could not even hear you.
I'm saving myself. See if
yeah,
I
and Chris said that it looked like you were totally kicked out and you were dead. Basically, we're dead. He's dead. Like, he's not showing up, and I could see that you saw my message, and I'm like, no, he's not dead. He's still there. Something's happening. Luckily, Chris added you. Because holy shnikes.
So, this means I'm meant to talk to him then.
Yeah, well, I mean...
I saged up.
Well, I'm going to tell you what is weird, because that's never happened to me before. So, that is weird. Then, and then, guess what, Tessa? I can't even get into my other Skype. For some reason. Yes, my other Skype is being a fucking ass. I'm sorry, let me say it that way. But I was trying to get into the other one in case we had issues. And for some reason, I can't get in. This is weird. This is so weird.
Very
weird. Now,
like I said, paratechnical issues.
Now let me try again. Since I actually was able to reboot this thing, I had a connection about both Derek and Grace during the Ghost Box session.
And Drake. You keep leaving out Drake.
And Drake. Living people now, Chris, and this corresponds with our private session, Chris. What does this all mean for me?
There's something going on. Yeah, that is I'm telling you, there's something definitely going on.
I asked about the beige building, about the palace.
Yeah, it's weird, dude. So there's a meaning that that something. What the hell? Hold on. 17701.
If it's your ex, don't answer.
No, it's not that. I was trying to get my thing fixed up because it's not. It wasn't letting me. I was like, "Are you kidding me?"
I'm sorry.
I was like,
and they actually told me to contact them again on Thanksgiving, Chris. How about
That's
that?
my birthday. That's my birthday.
oh my God, this is so weird. You have Bill as a guest, right? You want me to join.
Yeah.
And then you're talking.
As I asked this question, you died.
I could not even hear Tessa. That's the crazy thing. I could not even hear Tessa.
Yeah, I didn't know you got kicked out till Bill's like, hey, I'm pretty sure you got kicked out. I'm like, holy crap, what happened? Because you said, is this live? And I said, yeah, and then that's the last I could see you or hear you. So I was like, oh man, maybe he doesn't want to be live right now or whatever. He knows this is a show, right? So I was like, what the crap?
And they had a copy of Chris. Ain't that weird?
Yeah, you said that. And I was not even in there. I was on Spreaker, and you said, your account just made a copy of Chris. What the crack is going on over there? I was not even on Skype over there. I was on Spreaker. Checking the chat and shit.
Okay, now I got now I'm gonna tell you what's so weird. I just reset it, and I had to re-enter my password to do it. Now I can back into it. I don't know if that does it again. You know what? I don't know. I'm seriously. This is weird. But then again, when I get on But then again, when I get on test, there's always something going on all the
Yep.
time with me. There is, I don't know. It's crazy because I'm like, are you serious? I can't even get in. I'm
That was
like,
so
no
weird. I thought you were
way.
like, oh, we're live. Fuck that. I'm gone. But it was paratechnical
No, but I
issues.
would no, but I wouldn't see. But that's the thing, Tess. I would not do that to
I
you.
know. That's why I was like,
That's the
that's so weird. And I explained to
Yeah.
Bill, anytime me and Chris get together, we have paratechnical issues. There's either sound cuts where one of us is cut out, or there's music playing where there's not music playing, or other random things going on throughout the show. It's insane. Sometimes we have to call each other back a couple times. It's very intriguing to think about it scientifically. What is causing this? How is this happening through the internet?
There's
This
no
little
reason.
freaking HDMI cable or whatever this thing is called. How the hell? Really? I think it's just our auras are messing stuff up.
And can you explain this? Chris died when I
Oh,
asked my question the first time.
He
well.
didn't die.
I'm gonna
He's
tell you
still
what's
here.
I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you what's so weird. Something did not. I'm just gonna tell you something did not want me on. I'm gonna tell you that much.
Well, I think it's because Bill's like talking to me before the show even started. And he's like, Chris Garcia, I love when that guy was on last time, and you weren't even on the phone. You were talking to me through Messenger, and I'm relaying the message to him, and we're doing a ghost box, and you're putting in your input, and I'm, multitasking and doing what I do. And he's like, man, I would really love him on as a co-host because he loved your energy and your psychic impression of what was going on. So that was just awesome. And then we had to go through these loopholes, and now we're here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we had to fight to get here.
Mm-hmm. It's worth it.
That. Yeah.
It
you know,
was.
that I'm gonna tell
What
you
do you
what
think's
it's.
going on, Chris? Huh?
Did we lose him again?
Honestly, I'm gonna
okay.
tell you one. It's up. We're losing connection.
No, we
Okay,
got
a
you.
lot of people are gonna be losing connection.
We got you.
And there's just major stuff. So, oh, and by the way, nice to meet you, Bill. Sorry.
Yeah, I was going to introduce you guys. Bill Hauser,
Yes.
Chris
Yes, very nice
Garcia.
to meet you,
The one and
Christopher.
only second Chris Garcia. Meet Mr. Bill
Yes, nice
Hauser,
to meet you.
a.k.a. Ken Dewey.
Okay, so Bill, now that I'm on the show as a co-host, what do you want to ask me, or what do you want me to tell you?
Well, basically, it was more that in the future, it would be interesting to have you on as a special co-host with Tessa when we do these live Ghost Box sessions, and then you could give your impressions after, say somebody wanted me to get a hold of somebody on the Ghost Box, say, for example, and then take it from there kind of thing.
Honestly, I'm up for it, but I'm gonna tell you right now, you have a lot of spirits around you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm being
I
told
think that's
that.
why he's so good at what he does. He has so many spirit guides and so many spirits right there. It's cool when, okay, so one time when I had Bill on, there was a woman that was like, all right, everyone, let's get in line, talk one at a time, okay? And then after that, you could hear the message and get it clearly instead of everybody trying to talk at once. It was pretty cool.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's but I'm being told too, it's weird because right now, okay, for some reason, I got the presence of a great grandfather.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that person, for some reason, I do feel that there has been a lot of curiosity in the family. Okay, I am picking that up from you, Bill, that you have a lot of curiosity in your family. I almost want to say they're psychics and mediums in the family, but they're very quiet about it. Okay.
Hmm.
And I'm being told, even though you use a spirit box, you're very gifted.
I believe
Okay.
that.
And then also you have a connection to the times of BC, is what I'm being told.
What, before Christ is what you're referring to, Chris?
Honestly, I'm being told before.
Really?
So in other words, you were with God when he got crucified.
With Jesus.
So ancient, very ancient spirit guides and so on here.
Yes, that is correct. That is correct, sir.
Here's the interesting thing, Chris. Years ago, I was on another show, and I had the medium. She was the hostess of the show, and she was a medium. And she, anyway, passed on a message to me that night. She felt my spirit guide that protects me all the time was like something like a Roman type soldier of that time period. Dressed in knights type armor and so on. So I find that very interesting.
Well, there's your validation on that, dude. There is your complete validation. So that already says that you have very old ancestors, and by the way, you are a very old soul, and you were meant to do this. I think the spirit box found you, and then even though I don't know too much about you because I don't like looking up history on people, I know you're my friend on Facebook, but I don't like to use that stuff to read people. I just let it go. I just let it flow. Okay. So with that being said, I will tell you that you are thinking about making another spirit box, and it's going to be called something Bill. And it's going to have your name on it, the Bill something spirit box. I don't know
Bill
if you've
Hauser
thought
TNT
about it.
Spirit box. Just kidding.
That's what I'm picking up off of you. You've thought about it, and I'm being told that you have the hands and the knowledge to do this. And I actually see this being out in public. Okay, I see you making money off of it. I don't know if you've thought about it, but that's what I'm picking up from you now.
Yeah. Well, the funny thing is, I'm not really gifted in the way of, using solder irons or, I have very little knowledge in making, electronic components or anything of that nature. So,
well, I don't think you're gifted in that way. I think you're spiritually gifted.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I've always kind of gathered, what I do and so on. So, I know when I've gone to some pretty important investigations where, there's a lot of strong spirit energies around there, other people on the paranormal teams, they're being affected or whatever, but I seem not to have that problem too much. It seems that my grounding is pretty well founded, shall we say, and it goes back to years ago where, there was times when I didn't do very good grounding and protection. And so I learned it the hard way. And, I've basically, I've done quite well, shall we say, with not getting a lot of problems that way with bringing home the spirits of these haunted locations.
And people do get like headstrong or like, this is my deal, this is my game, I can do this. But you do have to remember to ground and protect yourself. Build that little ball of energy, whether it's between the hands and building friction into a little ball of light that grows all around your body. Like, you're not only grounded, I feel, but you have a pure and beautiful soul. And that's what I've always loved about you, is you're this pure, beautiful soul, and you're able to connect through this ghost box, even though I think you could do it without it. So many things come through for you. No matter how far the person is asking the question, it picks up. And I don't think it would work unless it was you.
Yeah. The funny thing is, this summer, I was doing sessions for some person or whatever. I don't want to go into details with the client, but anyway, what came through was very interesting on the ghost box. Basically, light beings came through. They identified themselves when I asked who you are, and then basically they had a message that they loved me, and I was kind of a little baffled by this all, but at the same time fascinated as I don't get them coming through, shall we say, and identifying themselves. But what's your take on something like that, Christopher, when you have an angelic type of spirits like the light beings?
Honestly, I feel with you. They, even though when you do these spiritual contacts for clients, I actually see it like a business for you. Okay. And the thing with that is that I think with you being very genuine, you will always be protected, even though there might be spirits, because any spirit can come through a spirit box, just like a Ouija board. But the Ouija board is more dangerous than the spirit box. That's what and to me, I just feel like you would be a perfect fit for that. So I don't feel like it would anything negative would come out. Maybe some messages some people wouldn't want to hear. But the
That
way I
happens a
see
lot.
so I'm being told that just don't, just tell them be open minded and have a very very genuine thought. Don't put anything negative into it, and you will get positive out of it. So like you say, you ask and you shall receive. So the thing is, I do see that, and it's funny because, like I said, I don't know anything about you, and I got the card, the Page of Wands. It says this free spirit, so I'm being told that you have a very free spirit. You love helping people. It's not about the publicity. It's about
No, it's
reaching
about
out to
helping.
people, about helping and connecting, and that's how you are. And even though I've never talked to you, this is my first time. I feel like I've known you forever.
I know he's part of the fam, right? What
Yeah,
fam?
he's part of the. So just know that that you have, and then okay, now this is kind of interesting. In one lifetime, you were a high priestess. Okay,
Oh, very interesting.
what I'm being told with that one is in Salem. So
Oh,
there's a chance.
really?
So there's a chance that you came across me because in one lifetime I had a past life in Salem. So, and then when I read your energy through your voice, I swear, like we've known each other for decades, years. It's like he's like family to me. And the thing is, I've never talked to him before. So then, by the way, I was going to tell you a little something too.
Something.
I found out. Well, actually, I found out because I know I follow Tessa a lot, even when I'm not even doing the show. When I'm not a guest, but I
I
listen
follow you
to
too. I'm your
every
favorite stalker.
So, so basically, I asked Christopher to do a question for me, and I said, I want you to tell them on the other side that the spirit box knows me. Okay, and I don't know if y'all remember this, but this was. I didn't tell you, Tessa. I asked Christopher to do it for me because he had notified me that Bill was on. I said, okay. And at that time, I think I was like halfway awake and halfway asleep. And I said, okay, you know what? I'm going to see what he's going to say. And he said that you mentioned my name. And it's like, is he a psychic? And I don't know what the spirit box said, but he said they know who you are on the other side. Now, I don't know what you asked or how you asked them, Christopher. And what response did the spirit box say? I don't know. I would probably have to go back and to listen to that show to find out what they said.
They said you
Now,
date back to the Ice Age.
ooh, interesting. So they
Isis.
do.
You're the
Oh,
priestess
wow,
Isis.
No, Ice
wow,
Age.
I know,
wow,
but I was just
wow.
saying.
So, did they say anything else besides the Ice Age? Because that's kind of interesting. Do you remember what you asked, Bill, or what Christopher asked for me? You don't remember? Do you recall?
No, I asked, how
Well,
do you
what?
know? How do you know
Yeah,
Chris?
yeah.
Okay.
What I do remember a lot was there was a lot of interesting spirits coming through. Basically, it's almost like another room of a big party room come through, so there was many voices coming through, but it was all sort of a lot different energy to it. So it was a lot different from times before I'd been on the Ghost Box. So definitely it had a whole different vibe to it.
Wow. Okay, then there's something with the Nine of Pentacles. I got something with that you inherited something, and it's funny because I'm seeing land with you, land.
It could be land or it could be knowledge. You know,
Yeah,
knowledge could be
knowledge.
known as land.
Yeah.
As far as you have this.
So, but you have a very good inheritance, is what I'm being told on the other side. And even though you do spirit box sessions for other people, I'm gonna tell you what I just heard. They love you. They love you on the other side.
Me
Yeah, well,
too.
it's kind of basically what the light being said. They said they loved me, and it was very interesting how they, you know, identified themselves and then basically said, "We love you."
Oh.
Wow.
Yeah, so it was an interesting message. So yeah, it was meant for me to hear, not other people really. But
Okay.
yeah, yeah.
Okay, I was gonna ask you, do you know who Victor is? Because I got the name Victor for you. I
Mm,
It doesn't have to be correct, but there just be any name because I got the name Victor for some reason. And then I also got
yeah,
something. It might not ring a bell right now, but there's something about victory coming your way. I actually even see you going to public appearances in the near future,
yeah.
hopefully. With
Well, done that. Yeah, I've done that in the past. So I mean, that's been on what do you call conferences and so on, and of course radio shows and stuff like that, and some TV appearances.
yeah.
And
So,
you
but
also have a
yeah,
YouTube.
yeah.
Yes. Well, actually, I got two of them. Actually, I set up another one because this year of 2020 was 10 years basically celebration of me using the Ghost Box since 2010. So I set up another YouTube channel just to kind of honor that in its own right. So, but
Oh,
then
wow.
COVID-19 happened, and yeah, so I ended up doing my sessions in the car a lot. But anyway, it was interesting how everything has unfolded this year.
It's been
Wow.
so crazy.
Yeah,
Man,
crazy, but interesting at the same time. You know, at least for myself, I can speak, but I know it has been hard for other people. They've gone through a lot of hardship, so that has happened. But yeah, I mean, yeah, it's amazing how it has affected people in different ways.
wow. I mean, well, you know what? It's weird. Some people, of course, as being the psychics, sometimes some people want to hear the physical message. Of course, we can connect to the other side, but I think what I'm being told for you is that sometimes a psychic is not enough. And that's where you come in. And I'm being told that you fill in that void to where they can hear their loved one if they come through. But you need to let them know that not all the time the person they want to talk to might come through. Maybe their dad might want to talk to them, or their sister, or their brother, or their son. So, daughter. So you just gotta let them know that whoever needs to talk is gonna tell them something. So just know that you just tell them, whenever you help clients that you can't guarantee. So, and that's
Yeah,
what
I've always mentioned that to them that I can never guarantee that I can make contact with that particular person that's passed on, but at the time I say if we don't try, we won't know. So it's more than the best opportunity to give it a try.
I appreciate it. Yeah, and
Yeah,
thank you, Tessa,
yeah,
for inviting me.
You're welcome. It was all Bill's
yes,
idea. I
yeah.
cannot take credit for it. He's like, man, can we have Chris on as like a co-host? Because even though you guys had not met or spoke or whatnot, he's like, he really loved your energy and he could feel it maybe through me or I don't know what. But he really wanted you on. So it was intriguing to me. I'm not going to ask questions. I'm just going to do it. and see what happens. So I'm so glad that you came on. At first we had issues. I could not get you back on. I tried several times. Luckily, Christopher, aka Mighty Man, was in on it because he was able to add you. So weird how we're being blocked. In the UK, Scotland, our friend, he is being blocked all over the place. So many people are being blocked because they're sharing information. It's not fictitious. It's real stuff going on. Sharing information and they get blocked. Are you building your red ball thingy protection?
No. But the thing is, it's just crazy because I do feel that, when, and it was funny, that's when you messaged me, I was just laying down because I had a long day with my cousins. I was actually playing basketball. I actually played 3 games, and I'm on to you right now. My body hurts.
I feel you, brother.
Yeah, and then on top of that, I'm lacking vitamin D, but was getting a lot of my vitamin D because that's what they told me with my results. So I was like,
That's
you
when
know
my
what?
foot broke off like nothing. I had a vitamin D deficiency. It was so messed up. I was like, call the fire department, have them come down here. This could just be dislocated. That's what I'm hoping. After holding it up for 45 minutes, maybe it's just dislocated. Even though I pulled it up, put it back in kind of socket, but couldn't get it there because everything was broken. But yeah, the lady comes in, shakes it around, and I'm like, oh my God, like it took everything for me not to kick or hit her in the face for what she's doing to me. But yeah, it was definitely broken. Vitamin D deficiency. I spent lots of time as a kid outdoors. Why is this happening? I think it's the diet we're on. Our diet here in the United States is outlawed in so many different places. But I do have to let you guys know we have a caller from area code 346. Who are we talking to?
I am Palmyra Center.
Could you say again? I'm sorry.
Palmyra?
Palmyra?
Hi, Palmyra. Yes. I know who this
Chris.
is. What's up, girl?
You know my name.
So I don't know what so what is it that you wanted to ask Bill? I don't know if he's doing any sessions. I don't really know. I just barely joined, so I don't know what they're doing. So if you want to ask Bill or something to me, you can ask, and since I'm on air, so it depends on who. Okay, so what do you want to ask?
Well, I was thinking about that, and I guess the first thing that popped into my head was my mother. I would like to know how she, is or feels around me since she's been gone.
Okay, I don't know. Is he doing sessions? Because I don't know.
Oh yeah,
Bill is doing the ghost box.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, well then we'll see what comes. We'll see what comes through, and then if you wanna, I don't know what he's gonna say, what she's gonna say, but just see what comes through. Man.
All right. So this, the mother you want me to contact, and what was the name of the lady again that wants me to do the contact to her mother? I didn't quite catch her name at the beginning there.
Palmyra.
Okay.
Palmyra.
Okay. Here
like palm tree. Just a palm tree.
Palmyra.
Okay. Palmyra.
She's the second one I've ever met.
Hello.
Yes.
I would like to talk to the mother of Palmyra. She's listening in right now. She'd like to get a hold of her mother. That's Palmyra. Would you have a message for your daughter?
Oh wow! I thought I heard something.
That was weird. Message for her daughter. Palmyra wants to get a hold of you, Mom. You doing okay on the other side? Are you at peace?
Lots of.
What would you like to tell your daughter? You must have a special message for her. Mary would like to hear from you, Mom. Do you have a message for her?
Wow.
Do you have a message for her? Maybe also the family?
So I heard that. Sorry. I thought I heard it say love you. I heard it say love you. I heard that. I got that. I heard that very clearly.
I definitely got that.
You doing okay at your side? Wow, you guys are talking up there.
Yeah. Wow.
Palmera wants to know, you doing okay on your side, Mom? You doing good?
Wow. Wow. I heard something, but I'll wait till then. I heard Adam. What? It said Adam. I heard that too. Wow.
What would you like to tell your daughter there? You can listen in. Palmera's here.
I tried. I heard. Wow. I heard that. Yeah, I heard that too. Goodbye, and I tried, but they're talking up there. It's crazy. For Palmera, wow. I heard that. I heard Mija, but I don't know if it.
Hold on 1 second. Oh, it just said Mija. Hold on 1 second.
You have anything you'd like to tell your daughter there? Palmera really wants to hear your voice there. Okay, well, we thank you for communicating. Goodbye. Okay. That was very interesting.
Well, I heard love you. Then I also heard Mija. I heard it because I'm real good with the Spanish. So I don't know if you heard her, Palmera, but I heard Mija, and then I heard love you. And then I heard I tried. Okay, I did hear that. Tessa validated that. I heard that too. But as far as even though she probably did come through, but you couldn't make out her voice, because some people, their voice over there on the other side, it's a little different because there's a lot of white noise. So you just got to be very patient. But what I was told is that she is fine, and that she is looking out for you both and everybody in the family, along with the spirit box. So that's what I was told to tell you.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm reading different things, and I'll get back to some things later because people are like, "You're the host. You're supposed to be asking questions." I like to fly by the seat of my pants and let whatever happens because I hate when I talk too much, and I wish I could learn more from others. So I'm not the regular general host. I am me, and I do what I do. So I don't want to ruffle any feathers, but please don't tell me how to do my show. This is the way I like to have it. If I don't want somebody to talk or I want to say something, I will. If not, I'll let it go and let it flow, because that is where information comes through. And a lot of people don't realize that because they see the process. But there was a lot of things heard during that session, and Miha, she said she's there with you and she's other places too. But let's get to what others are saying. So Lynn said, and even Sandra, like, I typed so many times saying things and it had me somewhere else where nothing I was typing was coming out. And she's like, so I lost what I was typing and it's so frustrating. But Lynn said, go try 1 minute first. Good one. Lots of house full of it. Chris, love you. Get my rebate. Me. Clark Kent, Adam, Tess, you, Warp, Miha, tell you something, fuck, the depth. You do that, I am taking it, and Christopher. I got, okay, so I said for Palmera, and this is where I started to type and nothing was coming through, so I had to go back, but it was, hi, I love you. Tell me about it. With lots of gold, how are you? We are far apart, but I am holding you. You are the sunshine of my life. That's good. Yeah, you. I'm with you. I'm here with you. I am over there too. I'm laying back. Trying is a big thing, and I am with Adam. You are not marginal. You are unique. Goodbye. I tried. I will try, Miha. I tried. I am here for you. I am everywhere. God, I wish I knew what Sarah was saying, but she is definitely there with you, and that's how it is. Like, we can be omnipresent from what I've learned. You can be with this daughter as well as this one, or this son, as well as other people, or you could be doing an astral hop. We have so many deposits of energy we can put out, so we can be omnipresent. It's pretty interesting, but I can tell she really loved you, and she thinks you're beautiful and unique, and you were her sunshine.
Yes, I was her only daughter, and so she always she probably did things for me, especially me, that she wouldn't do exactly quite yet for my brother, who was younger than me, and then in the end, my brother was the one that took care of her, so I know she adored him. She learned it the harder way, that my brother was capable of doing something she probably didn't think, what would he do with himself, But a lot of the things you said, except for maybe one or two, are exactly the way that she would say or has said, because she was very sarcastic, but in a fun way. She had a really great jumpy personality. So throwing words around was not something maybe I picked up from her, but it's something that she would do. She wasn't the typical person for someone of her generation or anything like that. She stood up for me, and she did a lot of things. Always told me to keep my head up and have courage, and so I did. And so she was the strongest person I've ever met.
Oh, that's awesome.
So it makes sense. I don't know about Adam, but I've never known anybody named Adam. But
well, maybe she was pregnant, had a baby, like miscarried or whatever, and it was a boy. She named him Adam, or who knows? You could have a brother named Adam that never took a breath. You know what I mean? There's still this spirit individual out there somewhere, and that has happened a lot.
Yeah, she only had one son, and she almost died having him, so she ended up with vasectomy, or whatever you call it. I forgot what you call it, when you take all the women,
Yeah, get all that stuff out.
Yeah, me and my brother, we were adopted, so we were her actual children, because in the end, that one son was really cruel with her, and his children, just when they got a certain age, they stopped coming around. So she was actually a great-great-grandmother, and never got to know any of her grandchildren anymore, except for me, because I was around her. But my daughters and their children are the ones that were the only ones around for her. In the end, that's very sad to say. But I am the one that, lost two sons.
Mm-hmm.
And so that isn't the name. I'll tell you one thing. The one son I named, I didn't know how to name him. I was too much in a shock kind of thing. So I just gave the first one the father's name. I regret it. I swear I do, because I didn't even like that name. I just didn't know how to think. The second time around, I did choose a name. It was so spontaneous, but I knew. Maybe I just knew I wasn't going to have him either.
Well, yeah, and he could be Adam, the first son of you. Not the first son of man, but the first son of you. It's interesting how different things come through. But you guys, on that note, I hate to cut it off because we're getting somewhere, but we do have to go to our second musical break. On this break, we have Michaelan Hay from Ontario, Canada. This young beauty, under the age of 20, Ontario, Canada, with Mirror, Pins and Needles, as well as Gravity. And then we have Fred Johnson III from Canyon County, California, with After Dark. You guys don't go anywhere. We'll be right back after this musical break.
I dove right in. Didn't bring a parachute. Fell right through. Hit the water hard. Moving too fast. Spiraling out of control. Was touch and go. Went a little far. You taught me how to turn a blind eye. I showed you how to keep your shoulder cold. No one walked away without a scar. I've been digging through the pieces. Your heart is out of reach, but objects may seem nearer through this rippled mirror. I've been digging through the pieces. Your heart is out of reach, but objects may seem nearer through this rippled mirror. Try to erase the ink that's left upon my chest. I'll attest. I don't really wanna forget to forget. You taught me how to turn a blind eye. I showed you how to keep your shoulder cold. No one walked away without a scar. I've been digging through the pieces. Your heart is out of reach, but objects may seem nearer through this rippled mirror. I've been digging through the pieces. Your heart is out of reach, but objects may seem nearer through this rippled mirror. You taught me how to turn a blind eye. I showed you how to keep a shoulder cold. No one walked away without a scar. I've been digging through the pieces. Your heart is out of reach, but objects may seem nearer through this rippled mirror. I've been digging through the pieces. Your heart is out of reach, but objects may seem nearer through this rippled mirror. Talking on pins and needles, every word through a microscope. You keep stomping down on the ground while I've been stuck on this tightrope. I just wanna say what I wanna say without your sentence. I'm not willing to do the time when I'm innocent, and I'm innocent. Talking on pins and needles. Talking on pins and needles. I'm gonna hang it up, hang it up, hang it up. And I'm done, and I'm done, and I'm done, done, done. I'm gonna hang it up, hang it up, hang it up. And I'm done. at my feet. You won't ever see me beg, so take this tongue off your leash. I'm gonna say what I wanna say, don't need permission. Interpret it how you want, it's my decision. Talking on pins and needles. Talking on pins and needles. I'm gonna hang it up, hang it up, hang it up. And I'm done, and I'm done, and I'm done, done, done. I'm gonna hang it up, hang it up, hang it up. And I'm done, and I'm done, and I'm done, done, done. I'm gonna hang it up, hang it up, hang it up. And I'm done, and I'm done, and I'm done, done, done. I'm gonna hang it up, hang it up, hang it up. And I'm done, and I'm done, and I'm done, done, done. Dancing on shattered glass, kicking the pieces all around. My safety has been broken, this is now a hunting ground. Talking on pins and needles. Talking on pins and needles. I'm gonna hang it up, hang it up, hang it up. And I'm done, and I'm done, and I'm done, done, done. I'm gonna hang it up, hang it up, hang it up. And I'm done, and I'm done, and I'm done, done, done. I'm gonna hang it up, hang it up, hang it up. And I'm done, and I'm done, and I'm done, done, done. I'm gonna hang it up, hang silent, drifting all alone, killing time and counting stars, waiting for the moment we I feel you pull me closer, you got me burning up, you got a hold on me. I feel you pull me closer, you got me burning up, your mind, my gravity. I feel you pull me closer, you got me burning up, you got a hold on me. I feel you pull me closer, you got me burning up, your mind, my gravity.
My driver pulls up in my limousine, ready to take me anywhere I want to be. I say, I want to go. Take me to a college scene. I'd like to go and dance, have drinks, and hunt the perfect date. Yeah. Living at the dark, I search lonely streets to find hidden shadows in the dark. It doesn't matter what I say. Secret homicides arranged in a series of pursuits. No matter what I say, after dark, I gave her base because she had the range. I knew she was the one that never could go home again. Plastic lifeline limo seats. I don't know why I can't control this urge to hurt again. Yeah. Living at the dark, I search lonely streets to find hidden shadows in the dark. It doesn't matter what I say. Chasing city stuff, murder forever after. No matter what I say, after dark. Feeling ran to repugnant me. In hiding place with days of December. Concerning works burnished in revenge. It doesn't matter what I say. It really doesn't. No matter what I say, after dark. It doesn't matter what I say. Secret homicides arranged in a series of pursuits. No matter what I say, shades in stuff, murder forever after. It doesn't matter what I say. Rude and fatal, lacking the hint of conscience. No matter what I say, after dark.
Thank you so much for joining us tonight on We Are Paradox Media's Late Night in the Rockies. Tonight we have Mr. Bill Hauser with his ghost box, The Cultists. Holy shnikes, I can't even remember the number, is 80-something. But we got Bill Hauser, 89. The Cultists, 89. And it's so amazing. Like, I can't believe all the stuff that comes through that. Then we have Chris Garcia. Do we still have Christopher Fisher? Mr. Mighty Man?
He's on. Yeah, he's on mute. I see the mute button, but he's there. He's probably eating something.
Okay. So that's who we have on board. Okay, so we're talking about COVID, and it seems like no matter where we try to go, it goes back to COVID, because this is actually a big part of our lives, whether we want it or not. It's happening. I remember watching it before it hit here. I was watching it in Italy, and I'm just like heartbroken and sullen and like, what the hell is happening? And then it hit us, and now we're going through it. And like I said, I go out to the store, I see all these people ignorant to the facts and not wearing masks, having their little 9-month-old on their hip out in the open air, like there's no worry in the world. And I'm like, are you serious? We're like in red flag country, and you're carrying your little baby on your hip, no blanket over the head or nothing. Like, if you don't protect yourself, at least like put the blanket over the baby's head, but no mask, nothing for the baby. 3 people in line, one after the other, after all these signs saying you must wear a mask or you have no business. They still take their money. They still take their business. It's insane.
It's sad. Yeah, and it's sad. Like I was telling you, Jess, we both agree on that shit to where it's sad because, like I told you on the break, I'm gonna tell you right now, they ain't gonna make me take that shot. Either they're gonna take me out, or I'm gonna end up in one of those campsites, which I already know I probably am, because the thing is, they're gonna enforce it. And they already said, I gotta send you that article because my friend sent me that article, and they said that they're gonna enforce it. They're gonna make you do it. But then I was thinking, how can you make us do it when we have that freedom? And then I said, okay, that's a stupid question.
They don't have enough manpower, really. That's why everybody's doing whatever the hell they want. Whether you're Trumpers or whatever the hell your deal is, where you're like, I don't need a mask, even though we're in red flag area. It's right below purple, which is the most serious. Are you seriously out here without a blanket over your baby or keeping your baby at home and a mask on your fucking face? Like, I don't get it. How, okay, is this about Trump and the election and all this shit? I don't think so, because this happened in Italy many months before it happened here. And I watched it, and I cried and felt for them. And they ignore it. Wow. They pretend like this is fictitious. This is another controversy or conspiracy.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. You think it's a joke. You know, and you know what? I'm going to tell you something too, Tess. Listen to this. We go to Walmart, right? I see all these people wearing a mask. Right? And it irritates me, but I can't say anything because I know it's going to cause problems. Because that's probably what they want. Well, I see kids, you know how they have the little seats where the little boys can sit in the front of the cart. I see them without a mask. I can see some of them I've seen like maybe you could be like 3 years old, 4 years old.
Yeah, and they're wiping it down, but your kid has no mask on. So why are you wiping it down? Your kid has no mask. What are you doing?
I see that over here. There's like maybe twice I've seen that. And I see everybody else wear a mask. I've seen the dad and the mom wearing a mask, but the child is not. And the only thing that I come up with at that particular moment is that maybe the boy doesn't want to wear a mask. But it's not. He doesn't understand. He's a child. So you got to tell him in his vocabulary and say, you know what, you need to wear this for a reason. And I think some of the parents are scared to get their kids all to throw a tantrum at Walmart, so they just don't enforce for a 3-year-old or 4-year-old to wear a mask because they don't feel like they have to. So, but yeah, I mean, I've seen so much shit. It's ridiculous. I'm sorry to say it that way.
It is because people are ignorant, and I know through going through the military and seeing different people and their mind frames and such, common sense is not a flower that grows in everybody's garden. But I tell you what, it grows in my garden, and I'm using my common sense. I'm cleansing things before I touch them. I'm wearing my mask. I'm cleansing myself before I leave. I'm not carrying anything with me. I should burn my clothes, but, I'm not that paranoid. But it's insane, like, how people are just willy-nilly. Nothing's happening. It's just another day. Really, it's not. And so I try not to think about them as numbers, but after I leave, I have to kind of erase them from my mind and think of them as another number that's going to be on the casualty list. You know what I mean? I hate to think of it like that, but you're not taking precautions. You're not protecting yourself. You're letting you and your little 9-month-old baby out there with no protection, I could not imagine. I would have my baby covered. If I had to take it out, I'm a single mom, have to take my baby with me. I'm putting a little nursing blanket or something over their head so they're not exposed. I'm putting a mask over my face so I don't get exposed or expose my child to what I've been exposed to. Common sense. It's not taking away my freedoms. I've been in the military. I know what my rights are. I know what's going on. I know I'm not being brainwashed right now. This shit is really happening, and we do need to protect ourselves and take precautions. It's not being paranoid. This is for real. If it's real, it's not being paranoid. I have to tell you, that's how it is. And people are just, I don't get it. I'm so confused right now.
Yeah, and you know what? You're not alone on that, because I see people and I'm just like looking at them like, really? You're not going to wear a mask. Okay, but we're wearing it. And I mean, just one person, it could be like an innocent little baby, and they could die just because you think they can't get it. You're not Superman. I'm sorry. You're not invincible like Donald Trump thought. He was invincible, and look what happened to him. So that's enough
he
said.
got it.
And he got it, exactly. But
he didn't recover as fast as his wife, but he still did. And now, for a while he was wearing his mask, and now he's not again. And so all the Trumpers are like, I don't have to wear a mask. It's my right. Yeah, it is, but you don't realize who you're affecting right now or what you could be catching and carrying before you even know you have it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and I was going to ask you, Tess, I'm going to ask you a question. Did you get a COVID alert on your phone? I've been getting COVID alerts for Thanksgiving.
Yeah, I actually posted it today. Let me look it up. I have it on my pics. It was kind of like an Amber Alert where it does the whole alarm thing, and I'm like, what the crap? I was looking
at it. Yeah, that's what I got too.
Public safety alert. This region is at risk for deadly COVID. And then I got another one that said, you're in a very high-risk area. You need to stay your ass at home. And then I looked it up on the website, and it's showing these different counties that are affected. Montezuma County is in the very northwest corner. That's where I went to elementary, junior high, and high school. Now I'm in La Plata, right next to it. Montezuma is orange. Dolores is blue. I can't even read it because they're overlapping. San whatever. Okay, orange, blue, orange, orange. La Plata, where I'm at, red. And I totally get it because I see all these motherfuckers running around with no mask like nothing's happening. Are you serious? Like, it is uncomfortable. I don't like smelling my own breath, but I'm doing it. It makes me think about, oral hygiene. But
you know what?
It's kind of weird how it's like misplaced. It's in Mesa County, La Plata County.
They abuse it.
And it's spaced out. There's like little puzzle pieces out there. Everything else is yellow, orange, or blue. And then we got these little red spots.
You know what's going to ask you, Bill? Knowing that you're the, of course you're the guest. How do you deal with this COVID and you get cases where they want you to be there?
I'm at too.
Like, how do you deal with, like, what do you tell them? When they say, okay, Bill, well, I heard you, blah, blah, blah. And they want you to go to a residence or a business. Like, how can you help them along, even though it's COVID? Like, what do you tell your clients, or what have you been telling your clients for the past, since this stuff has started?
Basically the appointments I had to go to certain people, I've contacted them just after in the beginning of November, they ramped up the warnings about COVID, and also in this province here in BC, just recently they've did the mandatory mask wearing in public. They were kind of hesitant to do that for a while, but now they basically see they have to do it. So what I've done with my clients is just said, well, we'll just have to postpone it and wait it out for the time being. If you want me to do remote sessions for you on Skype, I can offer that to you. So we do that with some people, and that's kind of what was going on back in April there. A lot of people were contacting me for Skype ghost box sessions, and these were people even outside of Canada, from the United States, and so on. So people generally who I've talked to, we're all concerned about what's going on, no matter what country you're in right now. So, and I'm in communications with other people from other areas, countries, and, their jurisdictions. They've ramped up too. So,
Wow.
the second wave is basically, it's going to be a lot harder than the first time around, and so on. We have to look back to the Spanish flu. It was actually the second wave that was actually a lot worse. And back then they had World War I. So there was a lot of movement going on with people back and forth over the pond from the United States and Canada to Europe. So you had a lot of movement. And then in Europe itself.
Wow. That's a good answer, because to me, when they tell me stuff, they're like, Chris, I want you to do this. And I've had people that are like, there's this place that's, I don't even know how, I'm not going to miles. They want me to go to a fire station. And there's another family that I know that it's going to be me, my mom, my boyfriend, then it's going to be the two people that wanted me, then another two couples. And we already talked and I said, you know what, if you want me to go there, please don't make a group and tell them, oh, Psychic Chris is going to the location. So if they know about me, don't have like 10 or 15 people there. So I'm kind of like hesitant too, because I want to help people. But the thing is, how do you do it? Because most people, when you do like I had my cousin, he just got married. They wanted to invite people, but when they go to the wedding, everybody that they know has kids, and not the parent, not the husband. It's usually the whole family that comes to these gatherings. And I'm thinking, what? Why don't they get it and say, you know what, kids, stay at home. It's just going to be us, but we're going to go for you. No, they don't do that. They go to, to the gatherings. And I'm thinking, that's the same thing that they said on the news. Social distancing. Don't go to gatherings. And I'm like, man, and I'm thinking to myself, if I go to a location and they want me to do a walkthrough, you better believe I'm going to wear my mask, and I'm going to tell them, if you want me to go there, I'm not touching you, and do not touch me when I'm there. I'll go there and help you and tell you what I pick up, but don't, I'll do like the elbow, how you say hi with the elbow. I'll do that, but don't come up to me and do the handshake or nothing like that. I mean, even though I want to, but I'm being cautious for myself, because if I get it, it's going to be spread to my family, or I could get it.
Yeah, your mom or dad or your older siblings, whatever. Like, could you imagine if you went out and grabbed it and had it and you're steaming on it and all of a sudden your parents or your siblings have it? Like, I would feel so bad if I didn't take precautions, if I did everything I could to not let this happen. Whatever happens, happens. But if I'm out there being reckless and not wearing my mask, not washing my hands, so on and so forth, I'd feel really bad about that shit.
Yeah.
Well, we have a great opportunity here with Skype and Zoom and these other platforms that we can still communicate with people.
Yeah.
Also from a great distance, and even local people, so you don't have to go to their homes to do readings or whatever. So I don't know what your aspects are when you do readings for people, but some mediums can do remote viewing type readings, so you have that aspect too. Yeah. So these are the things that you can offer in these times for people still that want some kind of impressive impressional readings and so on, and ghost box sessions and so on. So yeah, I mean, we have these opportunities through the internet that we can do that. So, I mean, back in the Second World War or the First World War, I mean, they never had all this kind of technology back then. So it
Mm-hmm.
was more people would meet people kind of thing. And then, I mean, masks were worn, yes, but at the same time, there was more human interaction. So we have that opportunity now to, at least distance ourselves from this at the same time, protecting other people and them protecting with that as well. So,
Yeah. And by the way, guys, in case if you want to know why I'm on, um, it wasn't
Because
my
we love you and
idea.
we
I'm
asked for you
just
to be here.
and I'm just helping Tessa with with the show. So it's not about me; it's about Bill. So if you want to call Tessa's number or the show, nine
yeah,
seven zero three
by all
three
means.
five 9596 again,
Yeah, yeah.
970-335-9596, and you can ask Bill anything you want about his spirit box, or if you want a session with him, you can do that.
Yeah, you, Christopher,
Yeah,
and Bill with his spirit box, you guys blow my mind. I'm just like, it's insane. I want to have it every month. I have this addiction. I do admit it. But yeah, it's so interesting and intriguing. The interaction, the information coming through is amazing. Even though I know
Especially
certain
tonight was
people.
freaky.
What, Chris? Christopher?
Especially tonight was freaky.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Yes, it is. It's weird because I mean, like I said, y'all were trying to call me, and the damn thing hung up, and I'm like, really? I'm like, this is gonna be an interesting night.
pardon me.
Yeah. So,
Yeah,
And you were deader than a doornail, Chris.
yeah.
Weird.
Unfortunately, weird. You know, you know what I was gonna ask you, but when you're doing these spirit box sessions, do you do any other type of sessions? Do you use the clean talk dowsing rods or any other spiritual tools that you use when you're on to locations and stuff?
yeah. Actually, I use dowsing rods a lot of times, but not so much for communication, more for finding little hot spots of energy,
Directions?
and then yeah. Well, basically, that works quite well. Actually, is possible little portals and stuff around a home or a business. So yeah, I do that, and then follow up when with other meters and stuff, because a lot of times I want to give them, a little bit of, shall we say, good readings in the sense of EMF fields, and are they fluctuating or whatever, and so on. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, the dowsing rods have been a very useful tool for me, and I've used them for quite a number of years. So yeah, for when I do my own stuff, that's what I do. A lot of times I have them with me.
Oh, that's
We're in
cool. I
our
like that.
last 26 minutes, and I know Nick has a question. Before Nick, we had Janie with a question. She was saying, Bill, since Dennis keeps showing up, can you ask him questions like, were you in the military? What year do you remember? And did you know Janie? Dennis, where do you live?
Okay.
So she's
Okay.
wondering
Well,
about that, and then we have Nick afterwards.
okay. Let's do Jamie's.
Just
Hello. I would like to ask. Jamie wants to know about Dennis. He does visitations at her home. What rank was he in the military?
was talked.
Now I'd like to get a hold of Dennis. Does Dennis have a message for Jamie? Does Dennis have a message for Jamie? Jamie wants to know. Dennis, do you walk around Jamie's home and you smoke a cigarette still, and she can smell it? Is that you? Is that you doing that?
All the this kind of career from laptop.
You must have a message for her. You must have a message for her, Jamie. Dennis?
Someone else.
Who's this?
So shit.
What would you like to tell Jamie, Dennis?
Yeah. Keep wet.
Okay, well, we thank you for communicating. Goodbye. Okay.
Wow. Wow. Wow.
So what I heard was witches now. It's just there. It's known. Hi. I was tired. The service. It was hard. I was there. Yeah. What do you expect? It's like a masonry. I'm not that hot. I am medicinal. No, it's got me against the wall. Hold on. So it's got me against the wall. Just over there. Yeah, Fanny. It will be all the time medicinal. Trying to cover my ass. Hold on a second. I just jumped. Oh, where'd it go? What the crack? Okay, there it is. Trying to cover my ass. I'm what? Yeah, you over there in the air. I'm not what you'd want. I'm having no one else expected. Alcohol. It's really around the ball. Yeah. Cute when I was thinner. I saw all the wounded. It was bad. And then at the end he said, it's okay. Lynn said he heard, which is this, right? Talk the talk. Left. Something else. Yeah, you're beautiful. Time. He is a pistol. Dennis. Just opened. Yes. Homage. Do what? What? Kind of. Q&A. Truth. Why don't you? Who else? Unexpected. Who else? Keep away. Thinner and bad.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
I think he's still dealing with stuff, but he's realizing, what it is, and that's insane.
You know what? I got a question. Now I'm intrigued now. I'm like Tessa. When you talk to them, can they tell you what they see for the person too?
Mm-hmm.
Like,
yeah,
almost
different
like a
spirits
reading?
can commune different things. Like, it's not one spirit talking, it's other spirits talking for this one person trying to get the message through. It's so crazy, but it works. It's kind of like telephone, but different.
Yeah, you know what? Yeah, I'm curious on what they got to say for me. What do they see me doing? Can you, and then maybe Tessa, when you pick it up, I'll see what I can listen to. So ask them.
So I feel bad because Nick is like, do I have to yell to get my reading on the ghost box? So can we do Nick first and then we'll do you?
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead. It's fine.
All right, so, Bill, Nick was wondering, what do you see for my friend Shanna, Shanna, and I?
Wow. I don't know if he's there. Is he still there? Oh, okay, he's still there. Okay. I'm just checking. My phone's acting weird.
We're having some paratechnical issues,
you-
but it's not that bad.
Yeah. Yeah. So you said we had another person with wanted to have a question to the ghost
Yeah.
box?
Mhm.
Yes, it's Nick.
Who was?
Yeah, we got Nick, then we got
Oh,
Chris,
is it
but
just you, Chris?
Nick was asking,
Yeah.
what do you see for my friend Shanna, Shanna, and I?
Okay. Hello. I have Nick listening in. He wants to get a hold of Shanna. What does Shanna have in a message for Nick? Shanna, what would you like to tell Nick? You tell me?
I heard right now.
Everybody seen Shanna? Yeah.
I heard that.
Shanna there? You have a message for Nick? Shanna? What would you like to tell Nick there? Is Nick on the right path? Is Nick on the right path, Shanna, in life?
I heard Shanna.
You tell me? Shanna, are you at peace?
Wow.
You truly at peace there, Shanna?
I heard Cody. Cody or Cody. Wow.
You have something you'd like to say, Shanna?
What is happening in the
What would you like to say, Shanna, to your friend Nick?
I know, I heard that. I heard it too.
They're having a little conversation there.
I know.
They were laughing amongst themselves, like we can't hear.
Yeah.
Wow.
Anything you'd like to say in final, Shanna? Shanna, to Nick? Something
I heard
about
I heard okay. Something about okay.
COVID.
Wow.
Does Nick have to be careful there, Shanna?
I heard yes.
Okay. Well, we thank you for communicating. Goodbye.
Oh
Wow.
my.
Okay.
Woo!
Yeah.
I gotta kind of
Wow.
turn the fan on and dust myself off after that one. Wee boy. Okay, so. Holy shnikes. Okay, so I have two different ones. Hold on, I'm trying to get to the correct place. You guys can carry on and then I'll come in with what I have, but I'm trying to find the place real quick.
Okay.
Wow.
Oh, that's something I gotta mention to you, Chris, is about the dowsing rods. One of the factors that we have around this area is underground streams and little rivers and so on, depending on where you are and everything. That was one of the reasons why I used that a lot, was to find little, well, I call them hot spots, but basically where buildings are over ley lines, shall we say, and stuff like that. Geomagnetic, or I can't even pronounce it, geomagnetic energies of that sort. So that's why I like to use the dowsing rods. I find them as an extrasensory type of, kind of old school kind of tool to use.
Wow.
Well,
Awesome.
when we did the last ghost box, I got, which is now, it's just there, it's known. Hi, I was tired. The service, it was hard. Okay, I think that was the one before this one. Okay, hold on one second. I was doing the dentist one, I think. Okay, so it's going by, hey now, there's a basket. Here we go. Is there any slack? It's a turtle. It's hard. It said, you would like, except we know you there. Who knows except you? It is an unknown accent. And then now, yeah, we are all. It is interesting. I want to tell you that we are there all the time. We just shine on. We are all still studying. Where is it in a plume? It is all we were. He's good, except the deficit. Take codeine. You'll feel better, yes. Therapy, aloof. What is happening abroad? It is there. It is good. Go on. You are the bomb. Get up. It is a Weezer. Never mind. It's fine. We trip. I mean, COVID. It's real. Be smart. Use knowledge. You can't get by if you don't. It's daft. It's on. You must think. Of course, then we got turned off. Lynn heard. Hold on. Let me get back down here. Hi, not now. You, nice. That's him. You, wired, right now. When at home, go ahead. Still you have a cappuccino. Help, what? Laughing. That's bizarre. COVID. Can't if you don't.
Wow.
I get so much out of that, and I don't know how. And there's been certain people like, I didn't get that. What are you talking about? And the person that asked the question contacts me and says, you were so right on. I don't even know how you picked up on that, but I think I'm just used to hearing noises where there are none, and hearing voices and things being said. It can be intense. I don't get a lot of sleep, especially these days.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of interesting when you...
You know what I found interesting, Tessa, was I didn't even ask any questions about COVID-19, and it just happened to mention that. So that was very interesting.
Wow.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Great.
Because it
That
is
is-
a Weezer. Never mind, it's fine. We trip. I mean, COVID. It's real. Be smart. Use knowledge. I would say common sense. You can't get by if you don't. It's daft, which is silly or weird. It's on. You must think. Of course, then. I don't know what they were going to say next. there's so many things in there that make sense, and it, like, every time I have you on, Bill, so many things that come through that make sense. It's like, how can you ignore it? It's hard to.
Exactly. Yeah, it's hard.
Yeah, very, very, very true.
It's very hard. I'm actually curious, but I don't think if we don't have time, we can do it next time. I don't know if we have time because I want to see what they see.
Go ahead. We
for
have
me.
like 8 minutes left.
Okay.
Yeah, we can still do a session.
Yeah, to see what they say, because I didn't know if you can ask them like, what do they see, if they see, and then just so you can translate it. If I'll see if I can hear what they say, because I heard some words with the other people, and it's amazing because I heard like Shanna. I actually heard Shannon too when you did that one that before. So I was like, wow, this is crazy because I could hear the name like clearly. And some spirit box, all you hear is like, you know, but yours is
and Nick is like,
clear.
Shanna is not passed away. I know that. But sometimes, like I said before, people leave different energies in different places, and it can seem like a person is passed because you're picking up on their energy, when in reality, they're still here. It's weird.
Yeah.
But what was...
That is weird.
Your question, Chris?
No, just to see what they see for me. Like what do they see with career, you know, just basic career, what's coming. And see what they
Let's see if they have a message for you there. Okay, Chris?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm curious.
I'm excited.
Okay,
I hope we don't cut out.
Hello? I have Chris Garcia here. He wants to know, is there a message for him? Do you have a message of importance for Chris Garcia? What would you like to tell Chris? Are you around him right now? Can you see him? Are you able to see Chris Garcia right now? Can you tell me?
I think I heard yes.
I heard I love you.
And I'm hearing different things, but it's more difficult.
I know.
What would you like to tell Chris Garcia?
But I did hear it. I heard I love you too. I heard that too when you said this.
Someone said they loved Chris Garcia. Is that somebody from the past?
I heard COVID. I heard that. Wow. And they're laughing.
What would you like to
It's
say?
weird, haha.
Yeah. Are you guys happy over there on your side?
Don't. Famous. I heard that. Don't famous. Then something. I don't know why they said don't. That's weird. Wow.
What would you like to tell Chris?
Said, come on. I heard that.
Come on. It's recent.
I want to see what Tessa gets after you turn it on, because Tessa's good so far. Tessa's getting good messages. Wow.
Hey, Chris, you want me to see if they can say something in Spanish to you?
Yeah, because my grandma talks Spanish.
Okay.
I can hear it.
Yeah. Chris Garcia would like somebody to speak Spanish to him. Maybe his grandma. Is that possible? Someone speak Spanish to Chris Garcia, okay?
I think they said my name in Spanish. I don't know if I heard correct. I think they said, yeah.
Hola. Will you say something in Spanish for Chris?
Amor. Wow. God. I heard that. Oh, God given. I heard that. Okay, I heard that.
I heard God's proof, dying by.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh,
wow.
shit. We got 2 minutes and 24 seconds.
Okay, let's cut
It's okay.
the session. Okay, thank you. Goodbye.
Wow. So what
That's
did you
crazy.
get, Tess?
I got,
What did you get,
ha
Tess?
ha, yep, Beelzebub, it's up, it's witching you. No, Satan, it's not the end. She's got it. It's a tool. Yes, we are. Yes, it's hard. It's singing. I'm. Holy shit! It keeps jumping. Let me go back up just a second.
Wow, they were talking a lot. That's crazy. And
It's hard. It's singing. I'm a little horny. It is. Yep. I love you, but it's you. Someone said it was me. I am here. It's sad. COVID-19. It is hard. It's weird. Ha ha. It's sad. It's weird. Ha ha. It is spitting into the it's naturally weird. Don't fade it. Famous. It's all. Come on. It recent. Yeah, it's weird. It's happening. Hold in there. It's weird. It's you. Oh yeah, Jacob's robe. It's there. Oh cousin, you Chris. Olam. You what? You are beautiful, really rare. You are them. God's proof and dying by.
wow. That's crazy. You got a lot, Tess. I just got my name. Then I heard love you, and then I heard famous, then don't. I don't know what that means. And then I heard famous. I heard that too, and then I heard amor. I think I heard it. I don't know. It was weird because they were talking fast, and it's weird, Bill. Because I'm gonna ask you a question. When you get can't even talk. When you ask the spirit box, knowing that on the other side, when they're gifted, does it kind of like make it harder because they have so much more to say because of the frequency of the person? Like for instance, if Tessa wanted a reading because she's gifted, do they have more to say when the person's gifted?
Night and night, love and light, you guys. Thanks so much for tuning in.